Dear class, once again, let us discuss the subtopic on a correction of error. Correction of error, as you know, that the trial balance is used to test the arithmetic accuracy of posting entries to ledgers. Once, however, some error would occur during the posting process, which can be detected or not detected by trial balance. Therefore, we have two types of error. One is called the error that do not affect the trial balance agreement. The other error are those errors that do affect a trial balance. So let us discuss error that do not affect the trial balance agreement. One is the error of commission. The second is the error of principal. The third is error of omission. Fourth is error of original entry. Fifth is error of complete reversal error of entries. And the sixth is the compensating error. And let us start with the error of commission. This error of commission, it is occur where an entry has been made in a wrong account, but of the same nature or the same class. For example, take if a trader, if our data, Pilau is paid the Tanzanian shillings 500,000 by check on 18 May 2022, but the receipt was wrongly credited to P-Lee account instead of P-Lau account. So in this case, both are our data, but the correct account was a Lau account. But if you look for the left-hand side, we have a P-Lee account is what the amount entered instead of P-Lau account. So correcting this error, we have to deduct it from where P-Lee account and the corresponding amount being to P-Lau account. So in this case, because on a deducting, we have to make it in the corresponding if the entry entered on credit side, so to deduct that amount on the credit side, we have to write in the reverse. We have to write it on the debit side, so the amount of debit equals credit, then there will be nil balance on that account. So we will debiting that amount. To correct that error, we debit P-Lee account with the same amount, 500,000, and the credit P-Lau account with the 500,000. So the correct amount will be essentially will be deducted from a P-Lee account, and now it went to correct account to P-Lau account. In this error, in Tobiso account, we made a debit with the 1,300,000, and the sales account we made the same with the 1,300,000. So to correct such an error, we have to make a correction with the difference. So because we have already debited with the 1 million Tobiso account, have been debited with the 1,300,000, but required amount were 1,500,000. So the missing figure is only 200,000. So we are going to debit T Lobis account with the 200,000 and the credit sale account with the 200,000. But again, we have a complete reversal of entries. The complete reversal of entries is where double entry has been made on the wrong side of the ledger account. For example, if we pay the 2 million cash to trader creditors, D. Cheuga, the cash account was wrongly debited and the creditor's account was wrongly credited. So this error would not affect the agreement of trial balance, as both the debit and the credit entry were of the same amount. So if error was found, the error should be corrected like this. So this is what happened. Instead of credited cash account, the amount entered on the debit side. Instead of debiting Cheunga account, the amount entered on the credit side. So to correct this error, we need to double the figure. So on a cash account, we had a balance which already entered in a debit column. So we need amount to be on doubled so that the remaining balance on the credit side to be 2 million. And in a Cheuga account, the same amount is to be, the double amount will be debited in a Cheuga account. So corresponding account, credit cash account, and the debit Cheuga account. Again, we have a compensating error. This compensating error is happen when two or more error cancel each other so that trial balance agreement is not affected. And this error is rarely happen. That you make a mistake on one account with the same figure, and likewise you made also an error on the other account with the similar figure, but with the opposite. One made maybe on debit, and the other account with the credit side also made the similar mistake. For instance, if the monthly total of purchase journal was overstated to 800,000 instead of 790,000. The monthly total on sale journal also was overcasted as 1 million instead of 990,000 at the end of May 2022. So therefore, the purchase account was debited with an additional of 10,000, and the sales account was also credited with an additional of 10,000. So these two errors would offset each other, and the trial balance would still. So this compensating error, for instance, sales account were credited by 1 million, and they were overstated with the 10,000. And again, there were overstatement of purchasers account by also 10,000. So to correct this error, we need to deduct only that 10,000, addition to 10,000. So we debit sales account to deduct that amount. Sales account has a credit side, so we debit our sales account and the credit purchases account. So in a sales account, we write purchases account, and in purchases account, we write sales account. So this marks the end of the part 1 on correction of error.